Test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Let's see if we're live. Checking once, checking twice. I think we're live. I think. Yeah, we're live. Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Daniel Gomez here with Daniel Gomez Inspires. How's everybody doing this Monday? What a day today. It's been a very, very productive Monday morning, and I just wanted to come on live here this lunchtime and just kind of speak from my heart. Life is too short to hold in any negative energy. Life is too short not to share the wisdom that one has. And I just wanted to come on here and just really open my heart to y'all. You know, I've been, as many of you know, me and my wife, God bless us with a beautiful, beautiful new home. And we're finally settling into our new home here. And it's been awesome. It's been amazing. But along with the new move and the new house, there's been some struggles. And I want to be real. I believe in being real. I believe in speaking from the heart and just being who Daniel Gomez is, right? Daniel Gomez Inspires. I'm the real deal. And it's been a challenging just moving into our new home. And I got to say that after living in our old house for 20 years we lived in our old house. My mind was still living in our old house. Physically, I'm here, but part of my mind was in our old house on Bluegrass Pond, and it's been an adventure. as I tell my coaching clients, it's fascinating. But I want to let you know, I found this letter that I wrote to myself. Well, actually, my wife found it because we're working on our evolution weekend. But it's a letter that I wrote to myself because there was a time over a year ago that I wasn't feeling too well. I was kind of just down and out. That, you know, we all go through that season where we go through these growing spurts. But I wanted to read you this letter. I hope it encourages somebody today. And I actually titled it, I don't know if you can see it with the light or not, but it actually says letter to self. So this is actually a letter that I wrote to myself May 17th, 2019. So it's been about a year and 3 months ago that I wrote this letter to myself. As the years have passed by, I have realized so many things that I have chosen in my life. Many choices were not good and even false. I choose to believe in the fear of rejection for myself, being rejected by friends, people, and work opportunities. How many of us have been there, right? We've been that fear of rejection from our friends, from people, from work opportunities. We don't even apply for a gig because we don't think we're going to get it. We self-doubt ourselves. Well, this was me back in May 17, 2019. Today, I thought about how many speaking gigs and trainings I missed out on because I chose to feel this way. And it's amazing how freaking powerful our mind is, right? We create the illusion that isn't even reality. Let me say that again. We create the illusion that isn't even reality in our own mind right here. I missed out because I chose to feel this way. I now change what I choose to believe in. I know I am approved by and accepted by God, and this is most important. Really knowing God loves me for me, and that I am his child whom he loves to see prosper and play in life. To truly enjoy this life and I have been given. And I have to say that I think there's been a couple of, not that I think, but I know that there's been some days this month that I haven't played in life. I think sometimes we can take life too seriously. Today, I choose to live in confidence and boldness. I choose and decide to walk in my authority as a son of God. I am no longer choosing to fear being rejected because I am a child of the Most High God. I am a masterpiece. I choose to see myself as God sees me, beautifully and wonderfully made. And I wonder who this is for right now. I want you to realize this, right? I want you to realize this, is that you are beautifully and wonderfully made. Yes, even if you're a female, a male, you're beautifully and wonderfully made. Good morning, Ms. Davila. Thank you for tuning in. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. And it was amazing as I read this because transitioning from our old house to this house and just moving a lot of emotions, like I said, my mind is still living in our old house. And I wanted to talk about this because how many of us It's like my mind is rejecting our new house in a sense, right? It's like, hey, I'm in unfamiliar territories. But I say that because as I'm walking in this and growing in this and adapting, it's like the fear of rejection is setting in somewhere in my heart, and I have to overcome it. I'm aware of it now. And my question to you is, what area of your life do you have that fear of rejection taking over you? That fear of rejection that is causing you to get upset over small things that really ain't anything. Think about this. Sometimes when we get scared, we rise up in anger. And a good example of that is my wife was trying to help me with something, and I just kind of snapped. And I'm just being totally honest, right? I have nothing to hide. I'm just being the real. I mean, I'm real, right? It is what it is. You got to be real. There's too many freaking flakes right now that you just got to be real. And I couldn't figure out what the heck is going on, right? Like, what's going on within Daniel Gomez? But when she was giving me a compliment and trying to just encourage me, it's like, I guess I didn't see it at the moment, but now looking back, as I had a fear in me. I had a fear in a part of my heart, a part of my soul, because our life has dramatically changed for the better, but there's still that excitement, but that fear, that being scared to sit in. And I think a lot of times when someone comes around and they try to help you, they try to give you words of encouragement, they try to comfort you, they try to be there for you. We don't mean to get angry. We don't mean to raise our voice. Or we don't mean to get upset. But the fact that we're scared, it's like a defense. And by us getting angry, by us getting upset, it's like a shield we put in front of us. Because the reality is there's something deeper going on within us, within ourselves. And as I wrote this letter to self, I was like, man, being rejected by friends, people, and work opportunities. How many of us have been rejected by friends, by people, by work opportunities? Think about that. But I want to share this with you because the reality is that maybe you have been rejected by a friend. Maybe you have been rejected by people. Maybe you've been rejected by that promotion. You didn't get it. But I want to say this. That it's okay. It's okay, because what gives me peace right now is the fact that I know I'm accepted by God, and this is most important. And I want you to realize this. I want you to realize that in life, every new level of success, every new level, every new adventure that you want to try, there's always going to be that resistance coming against you. And resistance is good. Resistance is a positive. That fear of rejection sets in, and it's okay. And I'm saying this, it's okay, because it sucks sometimes. Because sometimes your mind gets a hold of you, and the very people that are trying to help you, which in this case was my wife, because I was having this fear, I was scared in some form, I bubbled up in a false anger, a false defense, because I don't want to face the reality that, man, I could fail. Think about that. Anybody could fail. Anybody can be successful one day, 1 week, one night, 1 month, a year. But to be consistently successful, that's a different story. And I think that there was a part of me just in the new environment, right? We totally stretched out of our comfort zones from being in a house that we were in for 20 years. Even our dogs, I could see our dogs, like they were like freaking out. Like, where am I at? They knew they were okay, because me, my son, my wife, the people around them were the same, but the environment was totally different. And sometimes your own mind can get a hold of you. And that's what was happening to me. And just being like, wow, like, man, I got what's going on here? Like, Daniel, your body's here, your mind's here, but your mind's thinking like, you don't belong in this house because for 20 years you spend it over there. And then you start to overthink things, and you start to let the fear of rejection sit in. And then that spirit of fear takes over you. But I want to tell you this, because I've been going through some challenges these last couple of days, I want to say 8 to 10 days, but it's okay. Because God uses these seasons in life to make us stronger. God uses these seasons in life to make us stronger. The very resistance that you're facing right now, that very fear of rejection from your friends, from your family, from whatever it is, it's okay. It's there to make you a stronger, better human being, because we're human becomings. And I wanted to come on right now live because I really felt that many people need to hear this message right now, because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of just things that are going on in life, uncertainties going on in life. But one thing remains certain. I want to tell you that one thing remains certain. And that's what I wrote on the bottom of my letter to self over a year and a half ago. And it has not failed me to this day. It hasn't failed me. It says, today I choose to live in confidence and boldness. I choose and decide to walk in my authority. So walk in your authority today. You are a child of the Most High God. You are the creator. You are a son and daughter of the creator of heaven and earth. You're a child of the Most High God. There's greatness inside of you. And I said, no longer choosing to fear being rejected, because I am a child of the Most High God. I am a masterpiece. I choose to see myself as God sees me. So when you look in the mirror today, when you look in the mirror, when you go to the bathroom for lunch, whenever you go today, or you go to your bedroom, whatever mirror you look at, when you get in your car, look in that rearview mirror, and I want you to look at yourself and say, I am somebody. I am a masterpiece. I am boldness. And embrace the resistance that's coming into your life right now, because that very resistance is what's going to catapult you into the next level of your success, into the next level of your life. We're there. We're here right now in a new level in our lives. And the illusion that I had is that we were going to just walk into the promised land, and the storyline that we're used to is live happily ever after. But little did I know that God had other plans. God had other plans to say, hey, man, hey, dude, I got to get you ready. I got to get you ready for battle. I got to get you ready for war. I got to strengthen your spirit. I got to strengthen your character. I got to strengthen your heart. I got to strengthen your marriage, son. Because where I'm taking you, there's going to be a lot of temptation. There's going to be a lot of people that want to either be affiliated with you in the wrong way, or women that are going to try and don't fall into those temptations. But the preparation sucks. And I'm just speaking from my heart. The preparation sucks. Because I'd be lying to you if I told you that I haven't cried from frustration, questioning God. Where are you? Why have you forsaken me? And why do I feel this way? Because it hurts. And when you hear silence on the other side of that prayer, and he doesn't answer it in my timing, then I get more frustrated. And I say, where the hell are you, God? What do you want from me? And I feel a lot of us right now are saying, where are you, God? Why have you forsaken me? And this is the part that we don't want to hear as believers. This is a part that we don't like. He has to prune off that junk. He has to prune off that fruit that doesn't bear, those branches that don't bear fruit anymore. He has to prune them off. And it hurts. And when he told me, I'm making you better, I'm like, man, it doesn't seem like it. But when I took the time to be quiet and listen and understand, not from my own human thinking, but understanding the spirit, he's preparing me by pruning me and taking out those things in my life that no longer serve me. He's pruning off the branches that ain't fruitful. And then at the same time, he's pruning those very branches that are fruitful so they can produce more fruit. Think about that. We need to grow. We need to grow. Growth hurts. I know because I'm going through it right now, right? With more power comes more responsibility, he says. With more power comes more responsibility. We all want the power. We all want the fame. We all want the successes. We all want the promotion. We all want that old cliche, that big office in the corner with the beautiful view. We all want the prominent office. But we don't want to go through and grow through what we need to become to be able to handle that. So just remember that preparation is key. And as God is preparing me for this next level of my life, that it's amazing. It's here. I'm walking in it. But he had to put me back in training to develop my character, develop my strength, develop my heart, right? Sometimes our heart wanders and we don't even realize it. Sometimes our heart wanders and we don't even realize our heart grows in pride, in envy. We question everything. We get jealous of other people's success. We don't even celebrate other people's success. Or we find fault with everybody. And that's not what we should do. True leadership is leading your own life to see the best in others and to realize that we all have flaws. Every one of us has flaws. And I'm bringing this up because as I was talking about the fear of rejection earlier, is you have nothing to be fear rejected about. You have nothing to fear. The fear of rejection, it exists. But it's just a false belief that we buy into because we think that everybody else is better than us, more beautiful, more handsome, a better speaker, a better carpenter, whatever it may be. That fear of rejection saying that we're not good enough. And I want you to start leading yourself in this way. Lead yourself in the confidence that know that you are the child of the Most High God. Lead yourself in the confidence to know that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And if you find yourself in a season like myself this month, where you're being stretched, you're being pruned, you're being prepared, when God's taking out that junk from your heart, from your soul, from your mind, it's okay. You're going to cry. God hasn't forsaken you. He seems far from me right now. But I know he's there. Because the very fact that my wife found this letter from a year and a half ago, it's God saying, I'm here by your side. So today I want to encourage you to know that every storm has an ending. And there's a rainbow at the end of that storm. There's a blessing. And the very thing that he's pruning off of you right now is what's keeping you from being successful, from being that great father, from being that great mother, from being that great friend, from being that great employee, from just being a person that you were designed to be a long time ago. So stop agreeing with the lies. Stop agreeing with the false perceptions that you have. It's time that we start seeing things from other people's point of views, right? Look at the situations from other people's point of views. And it's time that we start seeing the best in everybody. That we see the good in people. Because when you see the good in people, you bring out the good in people. And a lot of times, the very fact of what we see in somebody else that we don't like, when we say, I can't stand so-and-so, and I hate when they do that, a lot of times, that's the very thing that we have in ourselves. It's a reflection of ourselves. It's a reflection of who we are, right? It's like you're looking in a mirror, you're looking in a mirror, and you're seeing that reflection of yourself. So that very thing that drives you crazy about that other person, that you can't stand in that other being, in that other human, it's the very fact of your own reflection that you can't stand within yourself. And it's time to prune out and get that junk out of you, because in this next season of our lives, we're going to need to be stronger. We're going to need to have a bigger heart, be more giving, be more compassionate, be more kind, be more tenderhearted. And I'm talking to myself. That's why it felt impressed upon me to come on live and share my heart with you. But I want you to know that there's nothing that you cannot overcome. There's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing that is impossible with God by your side. So I want you to remember this. Your best is yet to come. Stop seeing the bad in other people. See the good in them. Because everybody has good. Everybody has good. And when you learn to see the good in people, people will learn to see the greatness in you. And if you're like me, you're feeling just a little fascinated is a word. A little overwhelmed. God still loves you. And God is there for you. And just the way he hasn't answered my prayers right away, because I'm still going through the process. Because like I said before, to whom much is given, much is required. The development of your character, the development of your integrity is more important than anything else first. Because God's not going to give you a blessing that's going to destroy you. Let me say that again. God's not going to give you a blessing that's going to destroy you. God's not going to give you a blessing if your character is not able to sustain it. So just the way I'm going through the growth process right now, and God's putting off all the selfishness off of me. And this is a mistake that we make as human beings, right? This is a mistake. What can I use as an analogy? Well, just imagine this. Here, I don't know. We'll just use this, right? We'll just say this. I'm just going to draw a picture we'll just use soil. Right? This is topsoil, the top level. But the deeper you go down, the harder and harder the soil becomes. And that's the topsoil, if you can see that. But it's easy to deal with it's easier to deal with the things at the surface level than it is to deal with the things that have been suppressed by our own doing years after years. And I say this because it hurts. And I know many people, I see it in people, in myself, that we avoid people because we don't want to deal with issues. We avoid the conversations because we don't want to deal with this. It's easy. And it's just people in leadership too that are supposed to be great leaders or be leading, other people that are be like, yeah, right. Leaders leading others, but they can't even lead themselves to deal with the crap that's deep down inside their hearts because they're avoiding the fact that they don't like confrontation. But in life, I've learned if you don't communicate, you're not going to get very far with your wife, with people. You're going to miss out on that level. So as God is healing my heart in this season of my life, and I'm grateful, right? Because it's going to allow me to become a better person, more loving. There's always more. There's always more love to give. There's always more compassion to share with people. There is. But it's time that we stop dealing with the shallow issues on the top, right? The topsoil. And it's time that we start dealing with the issues that are buried deep down in ourselves. And that's what God's doing to me in this season. So it hurts a lot more than what it usually does. But it's okay. Because I know it's only a season. So everybody, you have an amazing Monday. I hope this message encouraged somebody to know that you are worthy, to know that you are able, to know that life is meant to be lived abundantly. We don't serve the God of just getting by. We don't serve the God of making do. We serve the God of increase. We serve the God of more than enough. And that God wants you to know that He loves you. And just know sometimes you, as a parent, you discipline your children because you love them, not because you want to be mean to them, but because you love them. Well, He disciplines us because He loves us, because it's time to start living the life that we were really created for. And until we learn those lessons, you're going to keep going around the same mountain over and over and over again. And maybe that's why somebody listening to this, they can't sustain a job. They can't keep a job where they can't get that promotion because they're always complaining, they're always murmuring, and they're always judging people and seeing the worst in them instead of seeing the best in them. Remember, there's no one perfect. This is Daniel Gomez here with Daniel Gomez Inspires. Y'all have a blessed and amazing Monday. If somebody needs to hear this, please share it on your wall. Tag somebody on it. If you're watching this on replay, please watch it on replay. If you want to get some more inspirational videos, you can please subscribe to my page on Daniel Gomez Inspires on YouTube. And you can follow me on Instagram also. And we'll be doing some more lives, me and my wife here, coming up in the next coming weeks. We have our Finding Your Inner Beauty Women's Conference coming up on 10/10/20 Saturday, and my wife will be speaking at that conference. She's already preparing for that. So we'd love to see you. Go to Eventbrite. I'll post the link here. And that way you can get your tickets. We are going to have a regular general admission. Then we're going to also have a VIP section. And thank you for being bold and sharing your heart. Temporary seasons come to an end. Thank God for that. Growing through to blossom. Yes. My pleasure, Jessica. We look forward to. Thank you for supporting our women's conference, Jessica. Thank you. We know we're going to see you there in October, so thank you. And Titus put, righteous are never forsaken. I love you, my brother. I appreciate you. And Lester Bailey, high five, Daniel Gomez. High five, my brother. Well, have an amazing day, guys. I just wanted to come on live and just encourage you, edify you, to let you know that your best is yet to come. God bless y'all, and I love y'all.